Hey, Karen, Antonio, you guys finally made it to Salvador after. When did you guys buy the property?
Oh, it was
The first one was in November
2024.
last year,
Yeah,
Okay,
2024.
and
2024.
the first part, the second part was in February of this year.
February is when you closed.
Yeah.
That was on the land that hugged.
Okay,
That
so
was
so
for the
you
second
got
piece.
so you guys bought one property and then you found out about another property being sold right next to you and right behind you. You bought that, so now you have a much bigger space
Yeah,
than you had originally thought it would be.
it's double, right? It's
Now
double.
it's a
I think it's
triple.
quadruple.
Quadruple. Oh, okay.
Yeah, times 4 because you have the one in the back and then the two on the side.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now that you're here, a lot of people might want to know. You guys drove here from Colorado,
Yes.
which is a really big deal.
It was a big deal, and we would never recommend it to anybody.
Okay, okay. So from the very beginning, or start from wherever you want. What happened? Why would you not recommend this to anybody?
Well, we had done. Whenever I do anything, I always do my research. I always talk to people that have gone through the same experience. There's many groups on Facebook that expats coming in and people that drove through Mexico, and I asked a lot of questions. I talked to people that were driving the exact same way that we were. We were going to have a brand new truck and an enclosed trailer, and I spoke to several people, right? Several people that said, "Oh yeah, we did it, and yeah, you're going to get stopped. You kind of have a invisible, bullseye on the, because you stick out." But it'll be okay. You just you'll have to pay some bribes and this and that. So we were already prepared for that. What we weren't prepared for was the level of corruption
Mm.
that is now getting worse. I think in going through Mexico and Guatemala.
So how many times would you say you got stopped in Mexico?
Only between 12 and 15 times.
12
Yeah.
to 15 times.
And some of them were scary, and some of them were just like they're like, oh, it's really hot out. We need money for soda. Okay, here's
Wow.
$20 for soda. We had a couple of those, which that's what a lot of people said. It was mostly that kind of stuff. But it started from the very beginning. The first border that we went through the St. Teresa border in New Mexico. Everyone said that was a really chill, calm, and it was.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't crowded, right? It was, we walked in. It wasn't like chaotic or anything. Everything went really well up until they had to do the inspection on the trailer. That's where it started. So they were trying to say that our trailer was commercial
Mm.
because he had tools in the truck. So what they do is, in my opinion, I don't know if it's okay. I don't want to get myself in trouble with the Mexican people. What they do is they try to find something and then they twist it around to make it into a problem. So then now they have a reason to say, and what did they tell you? What did the guy say to you? You're in trouble, but it's okay. We're going to help you, sort of thing, right? Is that kind of what he said?
That's pretty much what they tell you.
Yeah. But we're going to help you, but you're going to have. Oh, what did he? No, he said, but it's going to cost you.
It's gonna, yeah, it's gonna cost you, but you can make it through.
Yeah. So it did cost what, $500?
$500 to start it.
$500 was the first.
And how is it? So okay, so we know Mexico is very corrupt. I think the world knows that.
Yeah.
That it's a very corrupt
Mhm.
country. So the next country was obviously Guatemala.
Guatemala.
How was that experience?
Guatemala was probably that's when I thought we were going to die.
It was worse.
Well,
Yeah.
this side of the border, yes, and
Yeah.
it kind of run them. I don't know by where, who.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
not talk. Yeah, we won't get into like.
Yeah, because it's kind of scary point in there,
Yeah.
especially at the border. But after that, because we didn't drove any other way, place beside the highway straight down to Salvadorian border.
Well, no, the thing with Guatemala is that we had been talking to some people, and there was one particular border that they kept saying not to go to, and that was Talisman. Do not go to Talisman. So we went to the Hidalgo border, which was super, like, calm. We didn't even wait. There was no even line over there.
No, it wasn't online.
There was no line over there. So we just went in, did our thing. But the aduana woman, the customs lady, did tell him, kind of intimated that we were going to get kicked back to Mexico.
Yeah.
Which we did.
Mm.
So we went there, and we had talked to the customs people, and they wound up sending us back because they said we weren't tourists. And now they're telling us we have to go. And there's no other choice. We have to go to Talisman, which is the one border that everyone said, do not go to Talisman. And then, so I was talking to this one guy from the Mexico group, and he said he was relating his experience, was pretty scary. And he told us, do not let them take you into the parking lot. So there's this big, huge parking lot. So when we got to the Guatemala border, there was cars lined up, nobody in the cars. It was just a line of cars. So so we stopped, and he got out of the car to find out what was going on. And this guy came over, Donald, and he started asking us, like what I was doing. He spoke English actually. So I explained, and long story short, so he gets involved with us, and he says, I'm going to help you. Took us to the end of the line, which was how long?
The line is about 2 miles long.
About 2 miles long.
2 mile long line.
Like going through the streets. He's on his bicycle, and we're following him. Brings us to the end of the line, and then he's talking to Antonio, and they're going through paperwork. And he said, I'm going to help you. You're going to get to the front of the line. So he said, follow me. So we follow him. And we were nervous, but we figured, okay, we're just going to go with it, right? We follow him to the border and stop, and then he tells us to come. And as we're going through the border, he's leading us on his bicycle, and there's all these cars, guys with guns, into the parking lot that we were told not to go into. When we got into the parking lot, we go to this little hut, and they have all this paperwork that they're making him fill out, and they're writing a number on our windshield. And I look around, and it looks like a massive used car lot. Yeah. So I turned around to him. I said, we're going to die. If we're done, they've taken everything. We're like, I was kind of laughing about it now, but at that moment, it was really scary. It was extremely intimidating. And you can't get out. Once you're going into the parking lot, like there's cars in front of you, the cars behind you, guys with, AR-15s strapped across you're not going
Yeah, it's pretty scary. So you definitely would not recommend anyone taking a road trip.
No, would you?
No, because on top of that, I see the people who are bringing cars, broken cars over.
Salvage.
I talked to many of them, and I asked them how their trip was, and they said, no, going through Mexico, they treat us like a criminal. And I said, how long you been doing this? I was thinking that someone can say, my first time, and I'm not doing it again. So, and when I heard they was doing over and over, I said, why do you keep doing it? And they told me they don't have any other income. So that's the only way they
and a lot of people.
Family.
Don't you remember that guy that was asking me about it? Remember? And I kind of, there was a guy that, I don't know, I don't even remember. No, I think it was on the expat group from El Salvador. He said that he was asking me, oh, I see that you're traveling and how to do this. And then he said he was going to start bringing cars in. I was like, I just told him to, I don't remember what I directed him to. But
so how many days was the trip?
Well, 11 days.
11-day trip.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that you're here on a more positive side.
11 days altogether. Yeah.
Now that you're here on a more positive side, you guys are now building your house.
Yeah, remodeling, I guess.
Remodeling. Rebuilding, and you're gonna, I guess, go crazy on the gardening.
Oh yeah, I can't. I've already started.
Yeah.
Growing stuff.
Okay, and you have some stuff already on the property. You have coconuts. What else do you have? I mean, that's the only tree I could.
Coconut, bananas, mandarins, not orange, but what they call marañón.
Pineapple.
Pineapples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got.
And the interesting thing too that I tell people on the channel is the reason why it's hard for them to buy property when they're not in the country is because they're not in the country.
Yeah.
And the reason why you guys got this land behind you and next to you is because you were here already and you had access to the owner.
Yeah.
But if this property would have, like, let's say, for example, hit Facebook or hit Encuentra or hit some type of market, that property would have sold for way above to someone else really quickly.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. No question.
So being here is definitely something that's necessary for you to get like a good deal on a piece of property.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't do it any other way, because and just the short time that, and you remember, we won't go into great detail about the short time that we were out of the country and we were still trying to have stuff done, things went south.
Yeah.
You know, he was, you have to be here to buy, and you have to be here to, I think, supervise. You know.
I think to buy depending who you're dealing with,
Yeah.
because the person who was we left in charge, our lawyer, Karen Portillo,
Oh yeah, she was.
she is one of the kind. She
Yeah.
is the one who helps out with beside you two.
Yeah.
You're the one who encouraged and did the whole thing, pushing us through. And we almost lose the property, I can tell you that.
You
That
remember
wasn't
what
for,
happened with the
for
lawyer?
another person.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I even forgot
Yeah,
about
let
that,
me
but that
tell you
was
that
that's good to talk about because
Caesar,
Yeah.
Caesar is the one who cleared it out everything.
Yeah.
All the doubts we have for the property because the
Yeah.
other lawyer we got
gave you false information.
He give us all the
He
runaround
lied.
because
Yeah.
he wanna make money out of it.
Yeah.
He was trying to
That's what
create
he
another
tried.
problem.
Uh-huh.
He said that you guys did not send him all the documents, and you had proof that you sent him the documents.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that,
Yeah.
So he was
Yes.
he was creating a situation because don't you remember we said to him, "Oh, should we pull out?" Because he was intimating that it was a bad deal. He's like, "Oh no, 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 you don't have to pull out." Well, if
yeah,
it was
because
go ahead.
he saw the money tree in there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a big issue, and it happens to a lot of people who are extranjeros, who are out of the country. People see them like bags of money, and they try to do everything they can to
Absolutely
try to get you.
right.
Yeah,
and-
that, I can say one thing after God, if you wasn't in a way to help us out and Karen, that lawyer,
we would have lost.
and
this place.
after that was Caesar who cleared it out, everything at
Yeah.
the end. That's where we end with this property. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have anything.
Yeah.
We should just mention Caesar is living like a local who you can find on Facebook.
Yeah. Caesar's good, and he's great, and so is Karen Portillo. I've been trying to get her on an interview, but our schedules are just like really
match.
it doesn't match. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll get her when we
She's
do the
very
barbecue.
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she will be here that soon.
Yeah. She'll be here soon.
You should do Karen and him, so they could talk Spanish. Do like a Spanish. and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
go through
yeah, we
how
can do that.
How she helped us.
So how do you guys feel now in general? I mean, I know you guys are still sort of like tired from the trip and kind of just trying to get yourself back to.
Not tired from the trip, tired from the living in a hotel.
Well,
Ah.
no. Well, I think we've decompressed a lot since
Yeah.
we've been here. I mean, as soon as we crossed the border, it was like an immediate, like you could feel the difference.
Yeah.
The difference was
What would you say to someone who is thinking or considering moving here, or buying land here, and retiring out here?
I would say first, come down and spend a decent amount of time. You can't just do it like a week. You need to spend a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks here to really get a feel of the culture and to get a feel of the different environments. Like we originally said we weren't going to live by the beach.
Yeah.
We weren't going to live by the beach. It's too hot.
Yeah.
And here we are living by the beach. We were going to live, in the mountains, but we're acclimating. It's hot, and you do have to get used to it, and I know that we'll acclimate to it. But yeah, you have to be. You can't have any expectations like when you come here.
Yeah.
You have to be really open-minded, and you have to be able to like think outside the box. Like with this house, like a lot of people maybe from they would have looked at the house and said but you have to be able to look at not what something is, but what it could be.
That's good advice. That's very true.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
And you need to spend some time down here. You need to get in with some people that you can trust,
Yeah, that's true.
and that's really
That's
difficult.
key. That's key. Yeah.
Yeah, that's difficult. So, and I think like people could reach out to you. They could even reach out to us because
Yeah.
we do have a small community of people that we really do trust.
So if someone wants to reach out to you, Karen, let's say they have questions about either moving or the trip, or even just working with lawyers or agents or brokers, or just even tips on what they should be paying for a property, etc. Where could they find you?
Well, we don't have anything right yet, but I would be happy to. If they message you on this, you could give them my WhatsApp. Send me a message on WhatsApp.
What about Facebook? Or
Oh yeah, I'm on Facebook. Karen, yeah, it's under Karen Marie Richards Garcia.
I'll put your link on this video.
Yeah,
And I don't know if you want to give an email. Maybe they can email you if they have any questions. Reach
Yeah.
out to you.
yeah, email, and then for Spanish, you could give your email or your WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, someone
Okay.
Yeah, he's not on Facebook.
Yeah,
He's
no,
not
I
a
don't like that.
He's not a Facebooker.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll post your information because this channel is all about helping people, like full stop. Just help people. You know what I mean?
This
Well,
is
and-
one of the things I can tell you. I'm sorry,
No,
coming
no,
across
go
with
ahead.
this one because something's bothering me. Like in this community, people talk.
Uh huh.
And this community, people talk, and and sometimes the I guess the whatever the one person said get the words get
Uh-huh.
messed up. I don't know how you can
Mixed messages.
messed up, explain it, but there are some people who's making things up, and that's why I don't like it because like I said before we got here, I said when I get back to El Salvador because I'm Salvadorian and I don't feel bad to say now because in the beginning if someone asked me where are you from, I never say I was from El Salvador. Now I am so proud to be a Salvadorian. So now what I can want to say is this: before I got here, before we got here, I have on my mind to come down here and help the people who need help
Mhm.
without asking any question. Just to look at them. If they need help, I can help with the bottom of my heart, do whatever I can to feel them. They have a purpose of the living.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's what the channel's for, to help people. I mean, with the help is spread out like a net, right? Like we just kind of just send it out, and whoever wants it can take
Yeah.
it. If they don't want it, they can swipe to the next video.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Right.
it's as simple as that. But it's there for anyone that wants to take advantage. You guys are there for them. If
Yeah.
anyone wants to ask questions about the
Anybody
move,
want to ask
We've
question?
already helped a few people that have, because of our story of the driving down.
right?
Because we're on this one chat group with Charity Hagener. She has a YouTube. She's been pretty popular. She's been on for a year, I guess, and she has this group. And there's a lot of people from UK. There's people from New Zealand, Canada, all these people.
Yeah.
And we were relating our story because we've gotten very friendly with them, and so they were asking, how are you doing? We hadn't seen you we weren't posting, we were worried about you, and so I was explaining what happened. And from that, he spent, how many hours were you on the phone with that guy?
Oh,
He wanted to drive down. This guy wanted to drive down.
almost 4 hours.
Almost 4 hours. He was on the phone with somebody. This guy that called him, and I believe that you were really helpful for him. So
Okay, so that means that you have a lot of value to offer people.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so do you. I'm going to say that. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
you
another
help
good
a lot of
resource.
people.
Well, I'm trying every day. I'm making videos every day, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I make videos on many topics, and not many of them are popular, but they are needed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't understand it yet, it's still needed, and they will understand it maybe one day,
Yeah.
Right.
and they'll look back on a video maybe that I made 10 years ago, and they'll say, hey, this guy was onto something.
But you also have a lot of very good insight on real estate and what to do, what not to do.
Yeah,
And-
I'm coming back with the real estate stuff too now,
Yeah,
so I'll be making more of that. I just took a break to do other stuff.
right.
And yeah, I'm coming back with that now because I'm gonna start promoting potentially very close in the next few weeks the 20 lots on the other side,
Right.
so people could be interested in that. Also, what you guys could talk about in the next video, I make these videos shorter now,
Okay.
so just for the the time constraint. But I'll make a future video. If you want, you can talk about the building process, building your house,
Yeah.
which I think will be a good video for
Yeah,
people.
no, yeah, and that's because there's been so many horror stories we've heard from many people
Yep.
with the building,
Yeah.
and I feel like we've really been blessed with the guys that we have now. I mean, I would recommend each and every one of them without hesitation. With that are
Okay,
doing-
perfect. So we'll do a
Yeah.
part 3 about the
Yeah,
building
we can do that.
process
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
possibly show a little bit of the house and
Yeah,
angles.
hopefully by
Yeah,
that time it'll
absolutely, we
be
can do that.
maybe we could show pictures of what it was,
That's a good idea.
right?
Yeah.
From the original
Yeah.
Advertisement, and then
Right.
what
The
we've turned
before
it
and after.
into.
Yeah.
Yeah, before and after, which I don't even know if that's what. Yeah, I'm not sure if I saved that.
I think I have the. I
you
think
have
I
it?
have the listing.
Yeah.
I might have the pictures too. I
Yeah.
might.
I hope so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you guys so much for the interview, and I think the people will find this very valuable, especially if they can reach out to both of you
Yes.
and get some assistance. On their travels.
If we can help anybody not make the mistake that we made with the driving down, because there's a lot more, and it would take too long on the video to explain everything.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot more. I'm going to say trauma.
Well, look, I'm
know.
gonna,
Yeah.
the people can say in the comment section if they want to hear more.
Yeah.
If they want to hear more, and if you want to talk about it more, we can talk about it more.
Yeah, and then or they can reach out, and we can,
Yeah.
we'd be more than happy to spend time with anybody that
Uh-huh.
is considering, just to give them something to consider about if they actually want to go through it or not.
Okay, perfect. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys made it finally. It actually feels like I just blinked my eyes and you guys are just here, like
You know,
like the time.
isn't it kind of crazy how time just?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we were like thinking it wasn't going to happen. It was dragging on and on and on,
Yeah.
and we were talking on the right back and forth on the phone, and now here we are.
Here we go. All right, so perfect. Thank you guys so much for the interview.
Well,
and
thank you for giving us the opportunity to be able to reach out to other people and help. them
of
as
course,
well.
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys hopefully on part 3.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.